this episode of the Mountain House Saga, we're digging into the archives and going back to 2019 when we were still moving in. As the renovation progressed, we were slowly moving piles and boxes out of the garage and into the house. Remember the garage and how excited I was about it? Well, we were finally to the point where we could start using it.
Yay! Your truck's in the garage!
We're finally getting some stuff out of the garage. And Tammy just looked at the garage and said,
"It's a miracle we finally got to this point."
who would have thought we could ever get to this point when there's all this crap still piled in the garage? What can I say? When you're doing a renovation, you have to enjoy the little things. It's a miracle! Look at this achievement! The previous owner was a crafty recycler. All of the shelves were from an old sporting goods store. They were really clever and infinitely adjustable, but they were only about 8 inches wide and didn't hold much weight, so I needed something better. But first, I'd have to remove what was already there. It turns out that the grids were attached to the wall with about 200,000 hammer-in staples, which are nearly impossible to remove. But with a crowbar and a lot of effort, I got it done. Now all I had to do was figure out the new shelves. Pro tip, it always helps when you buy the right size lumber. There are different kinds of studs, and some of them are a little bit shorter. But that's okay. As an engineer and a mountain man, you just have to adapt and overcome. Finally, the shelves were done, and man, does it feel good to have a place to put all this stuff. But now I needed a place to work on stuff. Back in Texas, I had built my own workbench from scratch, and so I used those plans as an inspiration for my new workbench. After getting the plans all drawn up, I find that it's easier to use the actual wood to trace out your cuts rather than try to measure things. Then once the pieces are cut, it's as simple as putting it all together. See? Simple. Now I know what you're thinking. Trent, that workbench is way too tall. Well, I'm tall, and I like to have my work close to my face instead of down by my belt. And I figure if I change my mind, I can always cut the legs down some. I've got a couple more old projects down in the archive like this one, and we're always working on something new. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. We'll see you next time.